Hello, if anyone coming along, I'm just going to put a notice up on Facebook to let people know I'm live. Cool, someone's come. Hello, don't know who's there. I was just putting up notice on Facebook, so hopefully now other people will know I'm live. You hear noise in the background, that's my son doing some cooking in the kitchen. We've been baking. Hey Joe, yeah, you made it. I was meant to put a thing up with notice, but I forgot because I've just been making shortbread, and my son's just doing some pies, and then we're going to do some muffins because we've got a game night tonight, so I thought I'd take something along with me. My camera is very high. Should we bring it down a little? Bring it down. How's that? That's a little better. It's not just my head. How are you, Jay? Been up to much? Assuming someone can hear me. No. That's the ghost opening the door again. I don't know if I've got a delay on my end. It took a while to connect. The first time I tried to go live, it wouldn't go live. It said it couldn't do it. I had to refresh the whole thing again, which was a pain in the bum. But I'll move my keyboard out of the way so I can put my butterfly loom. I'm working on the butterfly loom at the moment. Oh, tidy before the house. That's a good plan. The worst thing you want to do is come back to the house and it's messy, isn't it? So, where are you going on your holiday? I don't think you said, did you? I'm jealous. I want a holiday. I've had a busy morning. I had a couple of ladies come over for crochet lessons this morning. So I've done that and then been making this shortbread with the boys. Lanzarote, ooh, nice. My niece went there. I think it was near the end of summer last year, and she said it was absolutely amazing. The photos look beautiful. So very jealous. Have a wonderful time and have a drink for me. Yeah, I got a game night with my mum, my brother, and a few of their friends over at the local community hall tonight. So I just thought it'd be nice to take something over, and I haven't baked for a long time. And then this week, my eldest has been off work. He finished school a long time ago. He's been off work, and he asked if we wanted to do some baking. So we actually made a Japanese jiggle cake. It wasn't as good as we would have liked in the sense that it deflated. Our oven is really bad, but we've got some hints and tips to the next one, and it actually tastes really good. So super happy with that. Yeah, I hadn't done baking for years. As I got sicker, I stopped baking much, but I've been missing it. And yeah, when my son said, did I want to do some baking with him, I was like, yes. So I've really enjoyed it. Very worn out at the end of the day, but it's worth it because it's just, yummy food. Just tying all of the cross points on this loom at the moment. So tie a knot on each one of these crosses. Though the center one is going to be made into daisy, so I'll squish a bunch together to do that. hoping Kurt's remember to check those biscuits so they don't burn. They're only supposed to take 10 minutes, but our oven is so rubbish because the door's a bit broken, so heat keeps escaping, that they've been cooking for like 20 minutes and they're still not done. In fact, I think they've been going for about 30 minutes at this point. Hopefully some others are going to join us. There's a few others who said they were going to be able to make it, but I know I was supposed to give Alice like a 10-minute heads up and I completely forgot, which is about normal for me. We all know what my brain's like. Just so busy baking and making shortbread that I just forgot to do any notifications to give you all a heads up. I don't know what this yarn is. It's some kind of wool. I got it at the Southern Wool Show. It wasn't labelled or anything. It was just in bundles. It said that it was wool. So it's some kind of wool. That's all I know. But the colour's pretty. I got it because I was going to use it on my knitting machine because I thought it was 4-ply, but I think it's more like DK. So I've used it on these looms and it's worked quite nicely on the looms. Yeah, we're the same. We use our air fryer for almost everything, but I wasn't sure how well shortbread would cope in the air fryer because it's such a delicate dough. I thought I'd probably make it fall to pieces before I'd even got it into the air fryer, so I went with the oven for that. But the pies my son's cooking at the moment, they're being done in the air fryer. I think the only thing we use our oven for now is pizza and anything else that won't fit in the air fryer. Which is not a lot, to be fair. So the air fryer gets used a lot. I did like dehydrating fruit in it. You need 6 to 8 hours for that, and with 4 of us using the air fryer for cooking, you don't often have 6 to 8 hours free. So I haven't dehydrated any fruit for a long time. Which is, I want to get a proper dehydrator for that. My friend does a lot of cakes in her air fryer, and I'm tempted to give that a go because I haven't. But I'm doing muffins today. I'll try to do them in the air fryer because obviously the tray won't fit in. But I think I'm going to try a cake in it at some point because it's supposed to be quite good, and it's so much quicker. I mean, most things are quicker than my oven at the moment, to be fair. But yeah, no, we love our air fryer. I always in art thinking I wouldn't want one. I didn't see what the point of having one was. And now that I got one, I'm like, why did I wait so long? If you're wondering what I'm making test ones. I'm going to be doing some tutorials with these soon. So I've been doing test squares with them. So we got there's a pom-pom one, and then and another pom-pom one. So I have 2 sizes. I'm currently working on the one that's called the Magic, is the name of this size. I have a small one which I've left over there. But when I was at Fibre Quest, the lady who was selling these is actually her company, and I loved the look of them, so I thought I'd do some tutorials on them. And she very kindly let me have 2 different sizes. I've got the Magic and I've got the medium. So there's one smaller and one bigger on these. And I'm kind of thinking I'm end up getting them too because it's kind of addictive. Yeah, it's kind of like how we manage without the internet, isn't it? Now I couldn't imagine not having my air fryer, and I couldn't imagine not having the internet. So I've always said I'd love to live off grid somewhere, and away from the world. And then I remember I couldn't cope without the internet. I need the internet. So I like the idea of in the middle of nowhere living, but in the middle of nowhere living with good internet, which is not possible. I could cope, a weekend without the internet, but after that I'd go stir crazy. Plus, I kind of need the internet for my business, because how else am I going to find about all of the events going on? So what you've been making, Joe, anyway? I don't know if Anita's going to make it. I think she said she was going to be able to. It's really confusing because the lady I've been one of the ladies I was teaching crochet to this morning is also called Anita. So it was remembering which one's which. What do you think of my new background? I've moved all my stock yarns from the conservatory into here because it's better temperature controlled in here, and it's actually further away from the light, so I think it's just better for the yarn. I think it's nice as it was having it all in the conservatory. I put film over the windows, but I wasn't happy with the UV protection, and the temperature change is quite drastic. So we've moved it into here. My Cricut is also just down on the corner there, so that's under better care as well. So I was a little worried I was going to mess up my Cricut having it in extreme temperature changes. I know, have you had this awful bug that's been going around, or did you get COVID? So many people have coming down with either that awful cold bug or COVID. And it's getting harder and harder to tell the difference between the two, because from what I gather from a lot of people, the COVID ones are very similar to that cold one, but you just have ever so slight differences. Yeah, I think a nice colourful background, isn't it? Because this is the problem, my walls are also plain coloured. That it was a little boring. I don't have the sofa behind me anymore. I've actually sold that. It's going to my sister. I put it up on Facebook to get rid of it, and she actually rang me and asked if she could have it. So I was like, okay then. Nightmare. It's nothing worse than a chesty cold, because I think they make you feel worse than anything. I mean, head colds make you feel really bad, but when it's got into your chest, I think it's just awful. It's weird. For years, I never really got colds or anything, and then the last few years, I've caught. Seems the older I get, the more just getting old. That's what it is. Someone else has joined us. Say hello, whoever you are. Very quiet today. I think the wind answered my back. I don't know if you can hear it. There's suddenly a big gust of wind coming through my conservatory. Whistling through. It's quite windy here today, to be honest. Expecting heavy winds, but it's quite windy. I don't know what the actual speeds are, but it's certainly getting things blowing around out here. At least it's not snow, I suppose. I had fun at FiberQuest. I want to go back next year if they have me. I had a really good time. The vendors there are really lovely, and a good chunk of the customers wonderful. You know, really chatty, and got to chat about all the sorts of things they do, which was really nice. I do love an event where everyone is just chatty and happy to gossip about craft stuff and that. You know, I don't like the events where the vendors just stick to themselves and are very quiet, because I just think part of the fun is socializing in these events. And yeah, FiberQuest was really good for it. The talks things they had on were amazing. I didn't get to go to them properly, but I got to hear a couple when I was walking through to go to the toilets and things, and they were really interesting. Oh wow. Yeah, so it sounds really bad at your way, Joe. I do miss being in Plymouth and seeing the up on the Hoe during thunderstorms and stuff. I used to love watching the sea at that point from a distance, safely, obviously, but it used to be so cool to watch. Whereas here, we just worry about a tree that's at the back of our garden. It's very big and it's got a branch that the tree's behind our fence, but one of the branches hangs over our garden. And it's so big that if it goes down, it's taking out the conservatory and possibly this room. So we panic a lot on that because I'm going to take out my place, my neighbour's place, or both of our places. How's those biscuits done?
Turn the oven off.
Thank you. Hopefully the tree has stayed put, but it's not in the best condition. So if we have live during the winter and you hear a sudden crash, maybe the tree goes down. It's pulling all the yarn through. It's quite tedious, but I don't have shorter bits because I don't want to have to keep tying bits on. So I just have to keep unlooping the knots. Yeah, it's definitely blowing around out there. But it's a big ask. We've asked the parish council to deal with it for us, but they won't. It took, I can't remember how long my neighbour's been arguing with them, but many, many, many years just to get them to find out who owned the damn tree. There's basically there's my fence, and then before the road, there's a tiny little grass area, and it took them ages to ask who owned that land because one part of the council thought it was car parking land. So it's not car park. We'd know if it's car park. Another one said, well, it belongs to you. I was like, no, our fence is here, the thing's after. Now they finally know it belongs to the parish council. And we've been trying to get them to come and do something with it, but they won't. But if we do something with it and then it falls down and damages someone, we'd be liable. So we can't do anything with it either. But it really needs cut down because if it goes the other way, it's going to knock down another tree that's behind it, but that tree is protected. And so you'd think they'd want to take out this one to protect the tree that's protected, but they won't. So we don't want them to get rid of it, just, calm it down a bit, get some of the branches under control. But anyway, when they get the bill for the damaged house, then they might do something. It says I've lost you, Joe, so I don't know if you're still there or not. You're still there. So obviously the counter that says how many people there is broken. Don't think anyone's commented on the YouTube post in the thing. Nope, no one's commented. But so I wonder where Anita is today. This is what I get for not giving notice, isn't it? But I didn't know exactly what time I was going to go, depending on cooking and things. Because we have lunch 1 to 2 with Duncan, but sometimes if he's got business meetings, we end up later. So I don't want to give an exact time and then be late, One day I'll work out how to go live on TikTok at the same time. The problem is with TikTok is I can only work out how to do it on my phone. and I don't like having my phone out of action because you can guarantee as soon as I go live on it, someone's going to phone me on it. Doesn't mean it's going to get answered because I very rarely answer my phone. And people who do phone me should know not to phone when I'm live, but not everyone checks. These big ones definitely take longer. I haven't shown you the small one. Let me get the small one. Yeah, so this is the smaller one. This is so this one's actually the medium, and there is one that's a step smaller. This one's called the Magic, and then there's one that's a step bigger. But you do it up like that, and then to get it off, there's actually a thing at the back, and then it folds down to flip it all off. So it's really quite cool. But yeah, I'm kind of addicted to it at the moment. I haven't stopped playing with it since I got back from FiberQuest. I'm going to do some tutorials for her, and then I'll email her the links to them so she can see them, because the tutorials that she's got on the website, they're quite old, and she hasn't had a chance to do anything herself, because though it's her company, she works full-time as well, so she doesn't have time to do these things. So it's like, I want to do some tutorials with them. Because I've had people ask me to do more tutorials of different craft stuff, so I thought this would be a really good one to do, because there's not a huge amount out for these, and you can do so much fun with them. She had bags and scarves and cushions and all sorts made with them. I lose so much when I move. So it's been quite good that we've not moved from here for a while. We've been here since 2009, so it's been quite a while. I dread to think how much craft supplies I'll lose when we do move eventually one day. But the question would really be, did I lose it, or did the boys find a way of making it go bye-bye? Because they're always saying I've got too much. There's entire things I've had that I just can't find anymore, so I must have lost during the last move. And then there's some stuff that I bought since I lived here, and I can't work out where it's gone. I assumed I've put it up safe and can't find it anywhere, which is about normal for me. And it's Adobe trying to get me to update more things. Adobe drives me mad. I've got very limited space on my computer. I keep running out of space, which is why I haven't been doing so many videos, because I just don't have the storage space for them. And Adobe, when it does updates, instead of uninstalling the old version while it installs the new version, it just installs the new version and the old version stays there. So it ends up doubling how much space it takes up, which drives me insane because I don't have that much space. And I have a lot of Adobe software. So I've had to uninstall everything other than one game, which is a very basic game that doesn't have too much space thing, which does my head in because I like my games, but I haven't been able to play them. I still play my ones on my Switch, but there was a bunch on my PC that I really liked. My PC is trying to tell me something. What's it trying to tell me? Okay, for some reason it's giving me a traffic update. Why am I getting a traffic update? Never told my computer I want traffic updates before. Did you make much on your loom when you had one of these, Jay? Because maybe you can give me some ideas. Yes, I've got some bag ideas and I've got some scarf ideas, and some cushions, but wondering what else you can make with it. She has some tutorials on her website, but they're not the most comprehensive tutorials, so I need to work out on some of it. I still never finished the dragon cross stitch that I was supposed to be doing all those years ago. It's still in the cupboard. The lady that comes to our craft group who's just finished a cross stitch, and she'd done it in a matter of weeks, and it's like it was one of those ones where you put the baby born and weight info on. And it's lovely dinosaur, beautiful cross stitch. It would have taken me years to do it, and she'd done it in a matter of weeks. I've got two ladies who do cross stitch who make me look really bad because they can knock things out so fast, and I'm just so slow when it comes to cross stitch. I want to try embroidery because we had a lady come who does embroidery, and she says it's a little faster than cross stitch because obviously you're using longer stitches for things. So I want to give that a go at some point and see if I'm do better at that. And then one of the ladies who's doing cross stitch, she's recently got a needle punch, which way around is it? She's got one of those kits as well. That looks fun. I'm hoping she'll bring it in when she does it so I can have a look at it because it does look fun. And then I've seen on TikTok the more bigger versions, so the tufting, so with the big tufting guns, they look fun. I'd be dangerous with one of them. It does look fun. It just fascinates me how it all works, so I'm determined to get a kit sometime and try it. But I have a needle felting kit here that I've had for, I don't know, 10 years, and I've still not done it. The only thing I've used it for was to needle felt the centre of my pom-poms so they don't come apart. Never actually done anything that's an actual needle felt project. I really should. I get nervous with the needles. I do have those like little leather things you put on your fingers, but know me, I'll still manage to stab myself through it because I'm just a walking nightmare. We haven't had many people enter the March challenge this month. Starting to think nobody likes my challenges. There were so many people at the beginning who said they wanted to take part, and then hardly anyone's taken part. But I'll give it to the end of the year, and if no one takes part, I won't do a new one next year. But I'll keep going for this year because I've already got the months planned out. So Nikki finally got a present this week. I was so busy in the last couple of weeks, I just hadn't got it to her, but finally got it to her. Luckily, she only lives in the village over from me, so Duncan was able to just drop it off one night. And of course, Sharon, who won the first month, she comes to my craft group, so I was able to give that to her. When one of you guys win that needs posting, I have to post it at the weekends because Duncan's got to take it for me because obviously I don't drive, so. And we can't just do it at the post office, we have to take it to the sorting office because for some reason they don't do all of the things. The post office doesn't do all of the Royal Mail postage anymore. Only certain things can be done there, which is really stupid to me. Why it can't all be done now, I don't know, but my sign for Tractor 24 has to be done at the sorting office. I have to buy it online and then take it to the sorting office. You can't drop it off at a post office, which, defeats the object of having a post office. That's right, as long as you've started it, it doesn't matter if it's not finished. I'm not sure I've actually done a crochet sock. I've only done knitted ones. I have to try a crochet shop at some point. I'm actually making this my change project, all of these, because this is brand new to me, so it's a whole new craft. So this is my change project. I've tried a new project, changing up the way I do squares. Right. Somebody had messed with my footstool and they've made it too high. I don't know who keeps messing with my stools. I can't leave anything in this house. Nope. And there's 2 levers and I don't know which one makes it go down. Neither of them. I can't make it go down. Why won't it go down? Yeah, there we go. I can put my legs up under my footstool now. Under my desk rather. Get myself in a right tangle here. I'm so prepared, aren't I? I'm just utter chaos. Never expect professionalism when it comes to me. I'm just utter chaos everywhere I go. That wore me out. I'm tired. Not energetic enough. I was seeing all of the different subject again. The Lego bouquets. A lot of the people I know on Facebook got for Mother's Day. I'm so jealous because I've got a list of the Lego bouquet flower arrangement ones that I want to do, and Linny. What was her YouTuber name? I can't remember what it was now. Is it Candy Goth? No, but she got one, and then a friend from school, she got the same one, and it looks so pretty. It's like, I'm determined to get it. The flowers are fantastic. It's all my middle son's one, because for Christmas, he got me the bonsai. And I had so much fun doing it. I looked up what other plant-based ones they had. And yeah, they've got a wildflower bouquet, a normal flower bouquet. They've got a centerpiece one and a dried flowered one. And then there's the orchid. I'm sure there's another one, but I want them all. Got absolutely nowhere to put them. I've actually got Lego on my computer desk now. The bonsai tree and 2 Harry Potter. It's Honeyduke's shop and what's this one? I've forgotten what this one is. I can't remember what this one. This is bad person. I can't remember what this one's called, but that one as well. On the desk because we've got no room left in the display cabinet over there, so we've got to start changing a few things around to get them in places. So I don't know where I'm going to put the flower ones once I've got them, but I want them anyway. It's just they won't go up there because I keep filling that with all of my wooden things. It's got 2 looms up there, well, 2 heddle looms, Richard Heddle looms, heddle looms. I say it wrong every time. 2 inkle looms, 2 swifts, and then my ball winder and more stock. So there's no room up there to put them. So I don't know where I'm going to put them, but I don't care. I will find somewhere. It's like I actually got Warhammer from my boys for my Mother's Day, and they got me so much, bless them. I don't know where I'm going to put it all, but I can't wait to start it. At the moment, all my models are in one little coopy hole, but they're not all going to fit in there now, so I don't know what I'm going to do with it. So I need to create a new shelf somewhere for my Warhammer stuff, but I've got no space, and we're not supposed to put anything on the wall, so I can't just put a wall shelf up. So I might have to condense down the DVD shelves and see if I can put it on there or something. I don't know. Probably should get rid of some of the DVDs. I have a lot, but I like having lots of DVDs because then whatever mood I'm in to watch, there's usually something I can watch. I'm almost ready to start doing the double daisy on this now. Ooh. So got it to that point, so now we're going to pull that in to do the double daisy. Oh, I have lots of subscriptions as well. So we have Netflix, Amazon Prime, Apple TV. Though that's free with the Sky TV, they do like that VIP thing. So we got Apple TV with that. But Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, and Netflix we pay for separately. So we have all of them, as well as all my DVDs, and a bunch of digital content ones, because a lot of the DVDs came with digital content. But I really like having a wide choice of TV shows and movies and things. That way I shouldn't get bored, because we all know me, I get bored quite easily otherwise. This is fiddly doing the big ones, but we will get there. Something me and Duncan have been enjoying recently, weirdly, is what we call the B-movie disaster movies. So they're not like high quality movies, they're just really good fun to watch. Like Sharknado and things. They're so bad that they're good, you know what I mean? So we've been doing a lot of disaster movie watching recently. Some of the ones we watched are really good movies, but some are B-movie horror. We did find a couple that was just so bad they were bad, that we didn't watch, which is unusual because we don't normally come across such bad movies that we have to stop watching it. But there was a couple, and it was really weird because some of the actors in there are really good actors. I know them from other shows, but this particular one was just really bad. I can't remember what it's called now, but at one point I wondered if it was one of those take the mick movies, a bit like what's it called? Don't Look Up, is it? Is that what it's called? We wondered if it was something like that, but it's supposed to be a serious movie from what we've seen, but it's really bad. Keep these tight. Almost done. At some point when I can work out how, I'll do a second camera and then people can see what I'm working on down here. But I need to get software that my computer can handle, which at the moment is not a lot. Yeah, I stopped watching. Who was the last one I watched? Was it Matt Smith? I think it might have been Matt Smith I stopped watching at. I can't remember now. Because I just thought it was getting a bit silly. But my youngest watched for a little longer. But I agree with you. I don't think there should have been a female doctor. It's always been a male doctor, and it's part of the appeal is the way I think. But then they've changed so much on the Doctor Who's that I think they started moving too far away from the original story, and that's annoyed me. I'm more old school. I don't all this changing it all up is just not good. They could have created a second show that had a female who done something similar. You know, have a spin-off, but don't turn the Doctor into a female. Right. I think that is all done. Check I haven't missed anywhere, because knowing me, I probably would have. But I've recently been watching Gilmore Girls. I don't know if I said on my last live, I've been watching that from the beginning. I'm now on season 7, so I'm almost done. Just got to watch the last few episodes of season 7 and then watch the that Year in the Life of, the extra season they did, which is X amount of years later. And then that is done. I quite enjoyed it. There's some parts on it that were definitely not PC, but I quite enjoyed it. So I need to pick a new show to binge watch. I say watch in a very loose term because I'm always crafting when I'm doing it, so it's more like I listen than I watch. But I did enjoy it, and I don't know. I've got to watch You. I haven't caught up with You yet, so I need to watch that and see what's going on, because that one I really do enjoy. I haven't seen this latest season, but I'm hoping it's thing. Yeah, binge listening, exactly. This is what I mean. I could tell you what someone sounds like, and I can't tell you what they look like most of the time. Scissors. Did I bring scissors with me? Nope, 2 secs. I gotta get the scissors. One day I might remember everything in one go, but I think that might be a miracle. Do this last end, and then I can take it off. I have no idea what I'm going to do to all these after. I think I'm just going to join them all together and make a sampler blanket. Once I've done the tutorials, because I'll have at least 2 of every type of square once I've done them. So I think I might just join them and make a sampler blanket, one using the magic size and one using the medium size. These are quite easy to weave in the ends, which is quite nice because you just have to thread it through. But shockingly, it means I'll do a project that means I have to sew things together, which we both know I don't like doing very much. Right, so that's what it looks like on the board. Let's have a look what it looks like when we get it off, shall we? We just started rewatching Shadow and Bones because the new season's out, but it took so long to come out. We've forgotten what happened on season 1, so we're rewatching it. There we go. It's not too bad. I still need to work on getting the middle neater, I think. I don't think I make the middle neat enough. I might sew over it once it's off each time to make the top half neater, because I don't think it's quite as neat as I would like, but it's not bad for sample ones. And then if I was doing a proper pretty thing, then I'd actually do some little weaving around the middle to make it neater, but that's not too bad at all. So I don't know how many more samples I need to do. I need to see what I've got done now. No, I worked out what's wrong with it. I missed a row. So there's me thinking I've got it all, and I haven't. I missed one row. Okay, so I will be going back over it to secure that row that I've missed. I knew it looked wrong, and I couldn't work out why it looked wrong. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. It's easy to fix. It's just a matter of shove it back on and then re-sew that bit. But we have the single daisy in the medium. We have the larger daisy in the medium. And then we have the basic one and the pom-pom in the medium. And then These are the large then. So then we have the large daisy that I just done and realised I missed a strand. The large multi-daisy, which I think is really quite pretty. I quite like that one. And then the large basic and the large pom-pom. And by large I mean magic because it's called the magic, that size. I shouldn't really refer to it as the large because there is one that is called the large. But yeah, I've made a few. It's really quite addictive because I think I just find it quite relaxing, so I've enjoyed it. I don't know. I think I'm going to start doing some of the small ones again to make. Put the magic out of the way. I think I'm going to do some basic small daisies, some more of those ones, to join together to make a scarf or something, I think. Because I think that's quite pretty. And then I might do a bag with the multi-daisy one because that looks quite good. Yeah, I'm trying to think of other patterns. The daisies are the ones that, and the basic and pom-pom, but they're the ones that you can find on the website. And the leaflet has one that's called the Starburst daisy, but I couldn't work that one out. I couldn't work out what the difference between that one and the other one was, unless it's simply that the other one is that large daisy. I'm not sure. But I thought I might have a play around with them at some point and see if I can come up with some other funky designs on it. I don't know if you can, but I figured it might be fun to do. I don't know what happens to my middle feed balls. That was a cake this morning when I started. It was like that. But now it's like that. Don't know why. I don't know what I do to them. I've got one more cake done of this and then I'm out of this colour, and that's, I think, 400 grams of it I would have used up on just doing the butterfly loom things, but it's a bit fun in it. It don't really matter. Got to be careful with this lime. The lemonade I can tip up and it's fine. The lime, when you tip it up, it's much more volatile and it likes to splash everywhere. And when you drink, it goes everywhere. Because I just spilt that down my chin. I'm so lovely to watch, aren't I? Messy cow. Hey, darling. You want to say hello?
Hello.
Dunk's obviously come down for coffee. Yes. I think I'm just going to make some more and make a scarf for the minute. Don't know. I don't think I'll do like a long scarf, just like a little scarflet one that just kind of comes to about there, you know. But I think a nice little daisy one of that would be quite pretty. And it's just something I don't have to think about too much, which I'm quite enjoying. And I need to have done a lot on it because I can't really do a tutorial on it if I've not done so much on it that I don't know what I'm doing. So just doing a lot of different things and having fun playing with it, which is fun. I've got to get some more spinning done, but I'm running out of fibre to spin, so I need to get some more fibre in. Friend of mine, they kind of gave me a drop spindle that's much bigger. It might be behind me. Is it behind me? If it is, it's up higher than I can see. How's this for a drop spindle? Nice big one, so you can actually do it on the floor. So I've been practicing with that. I'm not doing very well. I definitely do better on my Astrid traditional. The drop spindle I still struggle with. had a lady at FiberQuest who had a Turkish drop spindle, so it had like rods going as a cross like that instead. And I kept that one going quite well. So I want to get a Turkish one and see how that goes. Because I've worked out the weight is definitely better for me. The heavier it is, the easier it is to keep going. So I'm going to get one of them. But I keep practicing, and slowly but surely I'll get better on the drop spindle. You know, when I first started the spinning wheel, I wasn't particularly great. And now I have no problems on the spinning wheel. So it's just going to be practice, isn't it? But yeah, I'm going to grab a Turkish one at some point, and then hopefully I can see if I do better on that. So I'll probably order it when I order more fibre. I need to get some more fibre in, because as you can probably tell, I don't have a lot of stock left of some stuff. I sold literally half of my stock of the cotton linen at FiberQuest, and that's all the Pima cotton I've got left. So I'm getting a little low on stock. So I've got to get some yarn ordered in to get dyed up, but I want to get more hand spun in, because I want to increase my hand spun, because my hand spun is that one there and that one there. So I only have two not very full pupils of hand spun yarn, so I need to get more hand spun in, because everything else is just hand dyed rather than hand spun. But I will get there. Slowly but surely you build it up, don't you? I think these things were designed to be used with more of an Aran weight yarn. That's what the little pattern things she gave me were. But I don't tend to use Aran weight much. The only Aran I have in, I don't think you can even see it on screen. Oh, it's just on the edge. That bit there is Aran weight, and that's about the only one I have in Aran. It's not a weight that I ever use much, so I just never really brought it in to work with. There's some Aran in my hand spun, but in my personal stock, I don't have any Aran. So, but DK weights I think is working quite nicely, especially for the pom poms, because obviously you can get much more layers to make it a little fluffier. So I think I'll stick to doing it with DK weight rather than Aran weight. I'll probably do a chunky one at some point just to see what the chunky looks like. Let's see how many that is. 7. I tend to do 10 rounds. Don't know why, it's just an arbitrary number I picked, and that's what I've stuck with. But I think it works quite well. For the pom-poms, I do 21 rounds, but for all of the rest, I just do 10 rounds. But I want to do some using different colours. I think that would be quite good fun. Having a different colour for the base as well as for the sewing up, so that the crosses have different colours on. I think that would be quite nice. That's what, I think her name was Mary, but that's what she'd done at FiberQuest. She'd done the different colour ones, and it looked really pretty. So I want to give that a go. And the pom-pom ones, I was thinking of doing 3 different colours. One for the base, one for the fluffy part, and one for the tying. And I think that might look quite pretty. So we'll give that a go at some point too. Well, I'm going 55 minutes, and poor you, Joe, you've been stuck here listening to me ramble with no one else to chat to. It was lovely to chat to you. Thank you for sticking around. I would have been chatting to myself for an hour. But I will hopefully give better notice next week. But I can't promise because we know what I'm like. But hopefully I will not have so many weeks without a live again. So I will see you when I see you next show. And I'll probably head off myself and get back to doing some more baking because I need to get ready for game night tonight. So I will see you all soon. For anyone who watches this back on replay, hi and bye. And I will hopefully chat to you in a week, Joe. You take care. Bye.